Hey Comikers, welcome back. I'm Miss Comika, and thanks for joining me again for this week's pull list. I ended up getting 3 comics this week: Suicide Squad and the Banana Splits crossover, Inhumans Prime, a one-shot, and X-Men Prime, a one-shot. Alright guys, welcome back. Just a little quick life update. I've been dealing with this flu that's like on and off, and it's kind of on right now, so sorry if my voice is kind of gross. I didn't have any comics on my subscription this week, so these 3 comics were recommended to me by the comic shop employee, which is a great perk if you have a... Sorry, Samus is playing with her toy. If you go to a comic shop versus buying online, that's something that you're not going to get from online. Literally, I walk in and they walk around the corner, they see it's me, and I've only been going there for like maybe 2 months since I've moved here. And they know it's me and they're like, here's your list. Like, they'll bring it to me like at the door as I'm like looking up new comics. It's just amazing. I've been a subscriber at multiple comic shops, and that's pretty typical what you can expect. Go and look at your local comic shop. So he was like, hey, you didn't get anything in your box today. And I was like, dude, I totally didn't even look to see if I was getting anything this week. And I was like, well, shoot, like, what am I gonna get? So he goes, well, I know you're really into X-Men, and he's like, you're probably into Inhumans since you like Ms. Marvel, which is true. So he's like, I would recommend picking up these X-Men one-shot, the Inhumans one-shot, and then he's like, and also for me, I really liked these like weird Hanna-Barbera crossovers with DC. So he's like, if you pick any of them, they're actually really good. So I was like, I don't want to read about Suicide Squad or the Banana Splits. He was like, no, just trust me. And I was like, whatever. Let's just start with the first comic that I read this week. Suicide Squad meets the Banana Splits. This is a one-shot. It's kind of a quirky one. It's a Hanna-Barbera crossover with DC. I remember, actually it was the one that stood out to me. I was like, oh my god, Banana Splits? That's super random. I like would have never thought of them again. On the flip side, I'm not a huge fan of the Suicide Squad. I did pick up Suicide Squad when it first came out. I read the first probably like 3 or 4 issues. And to be honest, my favorite character was Joker's daughter. And I thought she was really cool, and I would really like to see like more from her. She didn't appear in this comic, and I have no idea what Suicide Squad is currently, so I'm not sure if she's like gone off and done her own thing. Basically what I would rate this is 4 out of 5 stars. And that's just because I'm like super surprised by that, because like I said, I don't really like either of them, but it really worked, which is like great writing. Starting off reading it, I'm like, why did I spend $5 on this comic? Pretty close to the middle is when things start to pick up. That's when the like conversion of the 2 groups happen, and it's actually quite funny. There was another like one-shot or like 1.5 version. Hell yeah, I'd pick it up. It was good. You don't even have to know anything about Suicide Squad or the Banana Splits. They talk about themselves enough for you to understand who they are and what they're about. Moving on to the second comic that I got this week. This would be Inhumans Prime, and this is a one-shot. To be honest, I'm not super knowledgeable about the Inhumans. I only know about like Medusa and Ms. Marvel, obviously, and her little dog slash Medusa's dog slash Black Bolt's dog. Lockjaw, he's like super cool too. So I'm gonna start off with the rating. So basically what I'm going to rate this one, I'm gonna give it 3. I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 stars. And the reason for that was because there was a lot of development, and I felt like maybe that's what this issue is it's developing storyline for future series. They are coming out with a lot of different series related to the Inhumans this year, so I feel like this is kind of like a starting point of basically what you can expect this year. A major switch in government happens, and a lot of like things become concluded and begun. So, like I said, like something really major and important happens in the Inhumans world. So if you are interested in Inhumans, or if you're interested in picking up any of their series, I would recommend, highly recommend, picking up this issue, just because you're gonna have to know what happens, and why not read it firsthand. Moving on to the last comic that I got this week, and that is X-Men Prime, and this is a one-shot as well. So this one was actually quite good. The rating that I'm gonna give it is, I'm gonna give it 3.5 out of 5. So that's just because it's better in my opinion than the Inhumans one, but it's not like hella good. Okay, so basically it's the main character, the person that it's like really following, is Kitty Pryde, or Shadowcat. And to be honest, like Shadowcat was never really one of my favorites. I feel like I feel like Kitty Pryde is becoming so popular lately, and maybe I just missed out and wasn't paying attention, but she's not like super interesting to me. She's like, yeah, she's like an adult now, and she's like getting all like leadership-y and stuff, but she's always gonna be that little sister to me. The major thing that I'm like kind of pissed about this is, where's Rogue? Like, hello, we have a lot of like major like popular characters from all generations of the X-Men making appearances in this issue. If Rogue was in this, I guarantee you it would have gotten a 5-star. But I guess we can't appeal to everybody's favorite X-Men, right? Anyway, so if you really like Kitty Pryde, especially if you've been reading Guardians of the Galaxy or Star-Lord recently, he's been having a really prominent role in that series. There's going to be a bunch of different spin-offs of X-Men series this year. If you're planning on picking any of those up, I would definitely recommend picking up this one-shot because it's the exact same idea as the Inhumans, to where there's a major shift in leadership. There's some major story arcs going on, major things happening in the X-Men world, and if you're planning on picking up any X-Men comics this year, you're going to want to know all the things that happen in this one shot to set the scene and set the mood, so why not check it out firsthand. That's all the comics that I got this week. Did you guys pick up any of these, and what do you guys think of the Hanna-Barbera crossover? What do you guys think of where Inhumans or X-Men is going? Feel free to please leave discussions in the comments box below. I don't want to make this a spoilers episode, but definitely talk about spoilers in the bottom, and I want to know, what do you guys think about who the leader is of the Inhumans now, who the leader is of the X-Men now. Also, before I let you guys go, I kind of want to just have a little story time right now. It's still super new. I've only been doing this for maybe like 2 months now, and while I really enjoy it, the whole reason why I started this channel is because I really wanted to create a community where we can all talk about comics in a good-hearted, friendly manner, and so far things have been great. The main reason why I started this channel is because I wanted to be what I couldn't find. So what I was specifically looking for was somebody that was like me, could be a girl or a boy, but probably a girl, but a girl that had the same kind of interests as me, but that was actually picking up comics that I was interested in and kind of letting me know if it was worth it or not to buy it. So I hope that I'm kind of doing that, and if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know, because like I said, there would be times where I was at the comic shop and I was like, dang, Thor as a girl looks so sick, but is it cool or not? Because I have a budget, okay? I literally still even have a comic budget, so I'm like, do I want to spend 4 comic book dollars or 5 comic book dollars on Thor when I could spend it on something else? But it would be really nice if I knew a lot of things like in the beginning. So please also follow me on all my social media. I'm really active on Twitter. Check me out on Twitter, Instagram, and also my anime list. And I'm also starting a Tumblr. Don't know anything about Tumblr, so bear with me there. Yeah, any suggestions, let me know. As I'm growing and meeting new people in the YouTube world, the people that I've met that's been with me kind of basically since the very beginning, and they've been so sweet and helpful and encouraging, I'm going to recommend that you guys check out their channel. Please subscribe, check out their videos, and they are J and H in the Comic Wasteland. Check them out. It's 2 guys and they do the exact same thing as me. They do comic book hauls and comic book reviews, and they're really great, really knowledgeable. And if you guys do check them out, let them know that Miss Comika sent you. Alright guys, well, I think that's it. Thank you for dealing with me today with my gross voice. Thank you so much, you guys, again, for all of the support, and please like and please subscribe. Alright guys, thanks so much again for checking out my channel, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye!